Greetings, Shelpers. Thank you for joining me tonight for more Cult of the Lamb. We still didn't get through Anchor Deep, unfortunately, and yes, that is my fault. And yes, I am still playing on easy for those of you at home. I hope everybody's had a decent or good to great, excellent, rather, week. I hope that's better than you could have imagined or hoped for, or that life has promised you. What the hell is this? Okay, what the hell is that? Okay, I just got stuff from people and I don't know, special event stuff. I don't know what the hell that was. Okay, a beacon for new beginnings. So is this for... I don't know, I wanted to say spring, but maybe it's for the Chinese New Year? I don't know, I've played it since the Chinese New Year though, I think. But yeah, I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool. I don't really decorate the place. It's kind of austere and unhappy here, but it's good enough. It's home. But yeah, I would want a pretty place. So true story, years ago they actually... Hang on a minute. Claire needs something. Oh, I wrote a poem. Follower, Dandelion, and Greer sitting in a tree kissing. It's not good, is it? I need more practice. Okay. But yeah, so a number of years back, our place got renovated. And we had like all of our family pictures and art and stuff on the walls. And then they're like, don't worry. Our landlord's like, everything will be good. I'll get everything going and we'll put all your stuff back when we're done. Didn't. Like, it took us a while to get everything back in order and our art's not on the walls. So when we get our stuff back in the spring, for like our air conditioner put back in, I'm gonna be like, hey, remember when you promised us you were gonna fix everything? Well, now is the time. So we'll see. I haven't had them do it before or whatever because of the panini, and I didn't want to have to worry about all of that. So Claire wants me again. Did they write another poem, or is there actually a problem they want me to solve? Because I don't know, if I wanted to read 8th grade poetry, I could read my own. Okay, our settlement is too strong or small. To celebrate your glory, we must build, build, build. Okay. Perform the glory of construction. No, because I don't have anything to construct. Yeah, now he's mad at me, or she, or they, whatever. But that's not the first time my animals have been mad at me. It will not be the last time. Okay, we got a god tier coming down the pipeline. I'm in my birthday cake shell because in 11 days I will be 40. I gotta tell you, the older you get, the faster time goes. So these last 10 years have felt like a blur. A lot has happened and yet nothing has happened. So I've been really busy, you know, continuing to make my Valentines and such. Let's see if the child needs tending. They do. Okay. This is a worm thing. I'm just like, no, I don't like this at all. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I think when it gets old enough that I can make it into something I would rather look at. Maybe, possibly. Yes. I'm going to take Be Just's confession. In love with the lamb, wants to see her naked. Yep. Loyalty increases. Basically a haiku. Alright. Husband actually surprised me with an early birthday gift today. And I don't know how he did this, but he managed to buy me Galaxy Burger. It's a game on the computer where you are a restaurateur who is on different planets and you make burgers and fries and stuff for little aliens. And I like cooking simulation games, and he and I can play it together. So it's something that's really, really cool because we love playing games together. So I might do the new Monster Hunter Monster for a video. Maybe not now, but when it comes back on the 13th, I don't know yet. We are getting the full game, as I said. That was supposed to be our Christmas birthday gift to each other. I don't know what we're doing for our birthday proper because honestly, we don't really go out much. So It'll just be at home. It's more because of the pandemic and whatnot. Plus, we're supposed to be getting snow tomorrow. I mean, yeah, that's a while away from my birthday still, or our birthday still, but, you know, you never know. For those of you who love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Hulu is bringing it back. And we don't really know too much about the series as of yet, but yeah. So if you really miss Buffy, apparently Joss Whedon is not going to be anywhere near the project, so that'll be good. For those of you who know what happened there. But yeah, I don't know who's all coming back or what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be Buffy or Buffy's kid, or I have no idea. I have literally no idea what's going on. You know, I didn't really watch all of Buffy, but I did watch some. And then my family was more into the spin-off series Angel with David Boreanaz, I think is how you pronounce his name. So we watched that a fair bit. Oh hell, somebody died of old age. They're gonna get all upset unless I move the body and they're gonna start puking, so. But yeah, it's actually was interesting. I forget if Angel or Buffy ended up on a cliffhanger, like a huge cliffhanger. One of those is literally where like the world is fucking ending. And the world is ending, so they're all getting ready to battle, and then as they all rush to defeat the big bad thing or to engage in war, then it literally ends there. It literally ends as everybody's rushing off to battle. And I'm just like, fuck you. But yeah, you know, there are a lot of shows that ended in either a really bad way or on a cliffhanger. Oh yeah, the maid dress. I could make Be Just wear that for the lulz. He would never know. So yeah, we're getting like, some people say 3 to 6 inches starting tonight. Some people say like 4 to 8. We don't know yet. My friend is lost in the silk cradle. Yes, I will. I will definitely try to help. Okay, we're gonna have to make a detour on silk cradle, even though, you know, we're not ready for that quite yet. We have a lot of cauliflower dishes. Oh, and there's a lot of illness chance with this, so guess some people are gonna need some healing after this. I don't know what I put in the cauliflower dish that would cause illness, unless cauliflower is just that detested, you know, almost universally. So I have been making Valentines. I need to make only a few more. Unfortunately, I know people from other countries and it's gonna be late. Like, I have a friend in Canada who's a writer, and her Valentine is gonna be late, and I have a couple people like out of state that I'm probably gonna give Valentines to. They might still arrive if I get my ass in gear, say tonight, but I don't know. I've been so stressed out. Like, I know it doesn't look like it, but like for the streams where I don't just play a video game like this, I do a lot of prep. Like, I prepped like 6 or so hours on Monday for the crafting stream on Tuesday. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot because you're like, it's only one day. But for me, like 5-6 hours in a day to like physically sit up and do stuff is hard on me. Hard on my own old body, old bones. So it was kind of a difficult thing. And I actually thought the crafting stream went fairly well. I don't always. Sometimes I'm in too much pain, or there's like so much stuff I didn't do, or some of them I would even look through like my stuff too much, so I would barely get any time to do it. So when I prepped this time, I only gave myself like a few different options for each thing. Like, I just had to like get through it or get fucked basically, and it actually worked a hell of a lot better. So I was kind of pleased with that. You know, I really just want to get through it as much as humanly possible and figure things out and whatnot. My next one should probably be a paranormal stream. I don't really know like what I should tackle next in regards to that. I don't know, because I don't want to do stuff like everybody knows, but when I keep it local, like to my state, people don't always know it, which is cool, but then it has like less universal appeal, because like who wants to keep hearing about things in like the Midwest, let's say, when most people have never been there, never want to be there, whatever. So Yeah, I just think it would be a good thing. I would like to discuss like hauntings and stuff, but unless I have somebody on who can like talk about their first person experiences, I don't feel like I can make it very engaging. So it's difficult. Like, do I handle cryptids? I'm not a big like alien abduction person. I've said this before, but I'm not really sure how to handle it then. And I really did want to do like a poetry contest for the spring, but again, there are just so many different things I'd have to consider, so I've been holding off on that. You know, I have to figure out the funding and like how many poems I'm gonna have to sift through, and if people are gonna be honest about, you know, if they're in the category of the AI one or not. And I don't want to give credence to any kind of generative AI anything, but I know people will lie. But as a writer, I don't want to be like, because I've talked about this before, and I talked about this with like Shy Guy, my friend mod, but he was like, you know, talking to me about it, and I was talking about having to, did I say talking about enough? Talking about, and the gist of it is having to create a division for AI so that people won't like just lie about using AI. But again, as a writer, I don't want to give any kind of credence to an AI work. So I'm having a very hard time with that. So that's why I haven't announced anything, because I don't know if I want to do that. Like in a world with like prolific AI and people would just, I don't want people to lie. I don't want people who didn't use AI to miss out with people who did use. I don't know. It's complicated, and I don't know if I want the headache. And I can't imagine now like running a literary magazine or anything. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So I used to help out with so many different projects. I can't imagine having to figure out who's using AI when, and no, thank you. So because people won't be, you know, honest and stay away from AI, I don't know if I can actually have the contest, which is sad, but I don't know. On my Blue Sky, I posted somebody who, okay, let's fail at this one. Let's get Sin to the monkey, I guess. I posted like somebody who did miniatures of World of Warcraft and made the Golden Girls like, oh, fuck me running. What am I doing? Am I doing it too late? What in the hell? I don't even want to know, Lord. Okay. Okay, that was a waste of time. Damn it. Oh, guess not. I guess because he had already had a lot of sin in him. That's why I was trying to get him going. So I should go to the church with them, feed them, and then probably go out to the Silk Cradle to find that one guy's friend. Alright. Church, food first. I was like, why am I walking this way when we're dealing with the church? That's why. Mighty meal, feast meal. We should wait on that until somebody actually requests like something amazing of me. And just feed them stuff like this until we can get a better handle on it. But yeah, I was really out of it the last few days entirely. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to stream today, but I figured I'd try it. Yeah, let's go to church, and then I might have to make even more food. I think there was a design on the floor for clothes, so yeah, they're not gonna like me all the way still, I think, because I didn't fulfill the one request. I don't generally fulfill the certain requests, like, I want to die for you, like, yeah. You know, I've always thought you know, when people are like, I die for you, but it's like you living for someone is, if something is harder. Because when you say, I would die for my cause, yeah, I guess that's great and all, but at the same time, like, Oh yeah, fancy robes. There we go. But yeah, you don't have to worry about certain things anymore. Like, if you live for something, you have to keep deciding to do that over and over and over again. You know? Like, when you decide to give up your life, yeah, you're afraid, and yeah, it's like horrible and everything, but living for a cause so that you can fight for the rest of your entire life is honestly almost harder. So maybe I'm off base, but that's how I see it. Because it's hard, you know, you could just say, okay, I'm gonna do something and then give my life to this cause or whatever, but it's like, if you spend your whole life with the cause, like, that's more important. Like, you know, you can only give one life to your cause versus giving your entire life for decades over and over again, choosing different ways to help, choosing different ways to go, choosing every time you wake up to still be dedicated, to still be, yeah. I've always thought it was a harder choice in some ways. People will say it's not, but think about it. No, if you're dedicated to a cause, but like your life turns to absolute garbage, you still have to dedicate your life to the cause. If you are, it's kind of like when you're like a priest and you're not allowed to like fall in love, and then this like banging hottie comes into your congregation and you're like, well, can't have that. Our daily death. Give us this day, our daily death. Let me go fix that quick. But yeah, you suddenly can't just, you know, decide, well, I'm not going to do this, because there is no deciding that. Okay, I'm going to have to, like, put it in a hole. There we go. I have to pick up the poop first before I lay it in, I think. Oh, controller disconnected. It still says it's on. Hang on. Okay, you good? You good, controller? I wonder if people are sick or just, like, the body made them that way. I don't know. Well, it's poop, not... Let me see if anybody's ill before I run out. No, we're good. Okay. We better start making more stuff before I leave. Just in case. And yeah, our cult has enough of everything. But yeah, if you want to leave because you're not happy, or because you have to like move far away, but you can't leave because you're dedicated to a cause, so I don't know. Maybe I'm off base, but I think dedicating your life over and over again is a more important thing to do than just my 2 cents. And I don't want to get political all the time, so I haven't been the last couple times or whatever. Yeah, we have like 5 tiers. We should turn in and then go to the Silk Cradle. That'll actually make more sense, but I just... Okay, there was this Bishop Buddy. I don't know if you heard about this person. And she gave Trump his like inaugural like speech, or was at the breakfast or whatever, for the blessing. And then she was talking about like, please be like mindful of the people who are like trans and scared, because there are people who are trans in like moderate Christian, like conservative and liberal households, and they can be Christian or whatever, and all of that. And then was like, please be, you know, think of like children who are scared their parents are gonna be like deported or something because they don't have the documentation. And like they were talking about how she's not a Christian, she doesn't care, she's doing all this wrong, she's preaching her views from the pulpit. And all I can think about is she gave the freaking sermon that Jesus would have given. Watch out for the poor, watch out for those who are scared, watch out for the immigrants. Like, I don't understand the type of Christian that's like, oh yeah, I love Jesus. Like, Jesus is my man. Jesus is my main everything. He saved me. I'm washed in his blood. I give my life to him. I know all the Bible quotes, but it's like, that poor person should suffer if they can't stand on their own feet. That person who's different than me can get fucked. I mean, it is absolutely wild to me that they look at Jesus, who was loving and caring and kind to pretty much everybody, and was an immigrant himself and a brown man. And they're like, I love Jesus. He gave everything. I'm his forever. And they do like Christian songs that are practically love songs to this historical figure. And then they'll turn around and be like, oh, you're different than me? Fuck you. Oh, you're a migrant? Fuck you. Like, it's like, okay then. Like, oh, we love children, but we don't want to pay for their school lunches. Fuck them. It's like, yeah, it's just like Jesus. Just like Jesus used to make. This whole what would Jesus do thing, that's only lip service to you, isn't it? Like, yeah. It's wild. And I'm not saying everybody has to be perfect, but like, to just so blatantly go against like what the person that you're supposed to adore more than anything preached is breathtaking. Just honestly breathtaking. And I'm going to lose because this is a weapon I hate. I should have rerolled for it. Fuck me running. I hate this weapon. I hate this weapon. There we go. This is going to be a very long fight. And I should have went to Silk Cradle anyway. I wonder if I can... Can I still do the leave thing? I don't know if I can. I don't remember how to do the leave thing. Right trigger? Thank you, honey. Husband's like, right trigger. I need to escape. I need to start over. Because one, I went to the wrong spot. And two, and most importantly, I have a weapon that's way too slow for me. But yeah. I've been trying to get everything done and squared away so that I could have some time. So I saw my insurance people yesterday. And they're like, has anything changed? No. One of the things they always want to talk to me about is like being in my community. Because, you know, as a disabled person... Oh, hang on. We got to talk to this person first. Okay, Haro says, Shamora now smited. Since time immemorial was their presence weighed heavy upon the beasts within. Their worshippers doth be well versed in the art of war-making. Prithee, move with care. Sharp teeth doth not equate to quick death. Okay, true, valid, awesome. But yeah, they're always like, are you in your community? Are you going out to stores? Are you going out to the movies? Are you still doing the library stuff? And then I have to explain like why I'm deciding not to or might not to ever again go to the library for like the monthly meeting and whatnot. And it's like they need to keep track of even if I'm in my own community, and it's like, well, yes and no. And I don't know how to explain that really. Do I want to be? Sure. Am I gonna be? It depends. But yeah, a lot of us disabled people, we have trouble getting out because of, you know, not having the right healthcare or not having the right mobility aids, not having like very accessible places to go if we like live in a very rural area. So I understand why they do it, and it's important. And that's part of the whole thing about keeping disabled people in their homes instead of like nursing homes, is to keep us present in our communities. But with the pandemic and everything, I find it very hard to keep present in the community. Like, one of the only third places I have is the library, and yeah, we all know how that's going. So I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do about it. I know I have to make a decision at some point. I could try it again. It could have just been a really off meeting. I told my insurance people what happened, kind of, sort of, with the group leader. And my, what is she? My case manager, there we go, that's the word, or term, said that she could have felt very insecure about being around me and having me share all my wisdom. And I am the least, like, oh god, this is the room I hate so much. But yeah, I am one of the least people you would be jealous of or insecure of. Okay, Shamura said, bond forged by the spitting of blood. Know you hear me, God of death. I know you hear me, God of death. Ignoble lamb, finish what you brought or whatever. At least in this one, they don't do the I'm gonna sick your followers after you. They just pummeled me to shit and back with their own. And since I jumped out of the last cave, they took away all my blue hearts, unfortunately. But yeah, I really don't think that they are that upset about, one, losing me, but two, and here's the important part, I don't know why anybody would be, intimidated is the word. That's the word I was looking for. That they would be intimidated by my intellect or knowledge in any quarter. Yeah, I know things, sure, but so does everyone. And the girl who runs it now, she was in a program specifically designed for writing, so I never went to college like she did for writing. I'm very much, I don't want to say self-taught. I am, but that's not, damn it. I already got martyred. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I'm gonna need some more blue hearts. So I'm gonna need to take some of these motherfuckers and turn them into demons to give me extra power. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do, but we'll see. But I need to go back into Shamora. They're gonna be like, we had faith in you, great leader. Yeah, hush your butt. Okay, so but I don't think I'm intimidating. And why would she? Yeah, none of it lines up. I don't know if, like, they kind of just want to quit the groups, so they're trying to make everything a chore or a hassle. I don't know. And I don't know whether or not to deal with it or not, still. Shamora, those who do not follow the ways of the old faith will be destroyed. Praise the Lamb. Yep. Praise the Lamb indeed. Ain't no doubt when Lambert. I know Lambert was a lion. Don't at me, chat. I know you're like, we're back to chat now. What did we do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But yeah. I'm just trying to figure it out. And I feel like no matter what I pick, there's going to be regret. If I don't go back, I'll regret it because there are some people that I really like. And if I go back, then the girl who runs it could just cause me more trouble, and I would regret that too. So either way, I'm going to be a little bundle of regret. Well, not so little, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna try to heal up before... Yeah, there we go. That way I can get more fervor out of this whole ordeal. Well, I didn't get quite enough for another bar, but still. I'm just trying to take it day by day at this point. I have my set of next cancer scans in April. I had to look that up for my insurance people, so I don't have to go for a while. It is a yearly thing now. When you are in remission, which remission takes years to get out of Shelpers, and I got out of remission last year because it was the 5-year mark. Different cancers have different remission years and stuff, but they actually concurred that I was free. You go from 6 months to a year. So that's nice. So my next CT scan is in April, like mid-April, and then, yeah. I'm not looking forward to it already. I know I have to get it done, and yeah, there are just so many things I'm not happy about. Well, you know, I mean, it's better to know, so in case something is going wrong in my body, then I can be like, well, damn, better fix that. But at the same time, parts of me just don't want to know if there is something going wrong. Plus, we're actually gonna try to weigh me next time I go, which is fun on a bun. All fat people love being weighed. They love it so much. And I know I could ask to not know my weight, but yeah, I'm not doing that. Alright, let's go. I have some random bits of trivia for you. Did you know that the Flintstones, before they had Pebbles, the company or the whatever was set up to make Pebbles be a boy instead, and he was going to be called Fred Jr. But then, like, the people who had the Flintstones said to the executives, you know what though, if we have them have a girl, we can sell dolls of Pebbles. And they're like, okay, we'll do that instead. But they were completely shocked because like the television execs and stuff were like waiting on this like Fred Jr. thing to happen. And at one point, my mom said she had remembered, at a different time of course, she said that when she was younger, she remembered them having a contest where people could name Pebbles before she was Pebbles. Now, I don't know if that's true. And what I mean by true is I don't know if they already had a name figured out and then they just told people, well, there's going to be a contest because, you know, companies are shady like that. Or if somebody who was an actual, like, viewer did name Pebbles. But yeah. So, always a bit interesting. I also found it interesting that the Flintstones and Jetsons and whatnot were primetime TV at one point. That's kind of wild to me. Don't get me wrong, I know like the Simpsons and whatnot are primetime TV, but imagine like primetime on a Friday being a cartoon that was not made for adults. You know? Because I know the Simpsons and stuff, well, people could say, well, they're not really made for adults. They kind of are at least made for teens, so, you know, that's a whole different ball of wax. But yeah, I miss things like TGIF and whatnot, though. I know some of you are too young to remember, but like I see so many nostalgia posts that are like Blockbuster and whatnot. I never really had a very good memory of Blockbuster because we didn't really have one. But I do remember certain things like The Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday nights and like the whole TGIF with like Family Matters and whatnot on at the time. And of course Saturday morning cartoons. Like it was banging like from Friday night to like Sunday night. Oh, 2 tarot cards. They are spoiling me. Bonus resources. Please give me something that keeps me alive. 20% chance of gaining a blue heart when destroying enemies or whatever. Very nice. Very good. I will take some of this fervor and use it up. And then I have another place where I can get another tarot card. My goodness. Hopefully there's some good options in here. Deal a critical hit or curses consume less fervor. I'm not using curses or fervor for curses right now, so no. But yeah. I didn't know this, but the other night I was like zooming around YouTube as one does. Late at night when I'm doing my other stuff. And there is a movie about feederism. Now this is kind of an adult topic, so you're gonna have to bear with me as I talk about not making it so adult. But what feederism is say you're a heavy person like moi, and somebody likes that about you, but not likes that about you as in, oh, I'm attracted to that or whatever, but they decide they want to make you like the biggest person ever. They want to make it so that you're immobile and whatnot. I believe I've touched on this before, but there's actually a movie out there that's a horror movie, question mark, called Feeders. And I think it's about the dynamic or something. And yeah, I'm kind of curious about it to see that because to me, that dynamic always sounded terrible. Like you're going to take somebody who already has, for whatever reason, a weight problem or a food issue or whatever you want to call it. And you are going to give them a person who has a sole purpose in life. Their jollies being to see them get less mobile. Yeah. So I always thought it sounded like a horror proposition to begin with. So I'm mildly intrigued. I think I can find it somewhere to watch for free eventually, essentially. I have to go this way because that person's friend is stuck in the like place where they get sacrificed. I almost said sarcastic. Yeah, that's not it. Can you imagine though, the sarcastic place instead of the sacrifice place? Oh sure, you really did a good job on this one. Look at those knots. You know, or is that how you're gonna stab him to death? How wonderful. Like, that would be amazing. Just get caught in the sarcasm place. But yeah, there is a movie on Tubi called Electrical Pulse I was scared of as a child. I still haven't watched that one. I told y'all about that before. I'm a little scared to watch it. Because, like, for one thing, I'm hoping it's not as scary as I remember. Because, you know, I've seen a lot more horror movies since I was about 4 years old, of course. And all the things get a little bit more, like, realistic, or at least, if not realistic, more, let's say, I don't want to say picturesque, but yeah. So, I should see and I should report back. But before I was on Christmas time, I am no longer on Christmas time. All of our Christmas stuff is down. Usually we don't do it till after our birthday, but I wanted it gone before. I just want to, like, figure things out. And then we're going to start going through stuff in our bedroom after our birthday, because I still have stuff from, like, when baby sibling came over and gave us some of the stuff that was my mom's and whatnot. I haven't gone through that yet, like the old family pictures and all of that. I've been holding off over and over and over, but I really should just get it over with, get on with it. You know, there's like a whole like family history thing, like one of our family lines, it's like, oh, you can see the entire history of the family line, which in a way is really interesting and stuff, but in a way I'm just like, do I care now? I don't know. I don't want to say it like that because I care where I came from, but at the same time, it's like, I don't really have much of a family anymore. So like holding on to that kind of history, while interesting, at the same time is kind of like, I don't want to say why, but why? You know? Sometimes I feel like my oldest brother got the family, and sometimes I feel like I did and he walked away, and I can't really tell which one it is. I know it doesn't have to be that black and white or whatever, but it kind of feels like one of us stayed and one of us left. Like, am I really a product of my family anymore, or am I the odd one out now, or I don't know. It's hard to, like, put that down. I guess I am whatever I think I am at this point, but because I still am part of my family's line at least, but it's just not an easy thing for me because I feel so different from everything now. Okay, let him go. There we go. Yep, be seeing you. Let me just get all the lovely bones here. Which is also code for shitty endings. So, I was looking up something because I had a little bit of money saved up for the trip that we were going to take, and now we're not going to take it till at least March. So I did what I normally do, and I buy people things. So I bought husband something for his birthday, and then he bought me something for mine, which we don't normally do if we already decided on a gift. But like then I bought my sister something, because she's like going through a lot with like this business stuff, and finally she's supposed to be able to move on to the next step, which is like the plan for how they want her to like get everything ready for her business. So I think that DVR tried to tell her no, but figured out they couldn't. I should not have broken that statue. GD. And no, not GG, GD. But I digress. So she is finally getting to move on with them for now. And that is so amazing, but like there's like a lot of stuff to do now, and she's like getting nervous. Plus, with everything happening politically, she doesn't know whether or not it's a good move to try and get her own business off the ground or not. And on one hand, if we get like 6 more months into this and we figure out that, you know, they're going to be cutting Social Security for people or whatever, or a certain kind of benefits for like disabled people, like she might have that to supplement her income. But at the same time, like if she has on record that she has a business, they could say, well, you don't need as much help because you have a business, even though like a crafting business is not going to like pay all the bills, if you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of hard to know what step to take. Like her parents are nervous and some of her siblings are like, I don't know, but she really wants to, and I get that. You know, I told her, yeah, it could make it harder, it could make it easier, but she's been waiting on this for so long, so I'm like, I understand why you don't want to forget about it entirely, you know? Like, she's worked with DVR and ODC for over a year already. And why would you want to do that to yourself? Is this one of those posts that... I guess it's a decoration. Is this the post? No. I keep thinking there's one of the hidden commandment posts that take my heart in here. But I could be wrong. Let's just forge onward. So, I got her a pin from one of her favorite book series that has a quote about not giving up or whatever. Because she likes Sarah J. Maas, like a Court of Thorn and Roses or whatever the hell. I wasn't as big of a fan of it as she was. But she loves it. And I got her an enamel pin that has like the mountains and stuff on it and the night sky from the book, and it says something about not giving up, so I thought it would be important. I'm gonna give it to her as like a little Valentine's Day thing. You know, my birthday's so close to Valentine's, I don't really do much for it, but sometimes, you know, I buy stuff for people on occasion. You know, I just really want her to know that she's not alone in this, and because I know it's scary between everything going on and yeah. Like not knowing if your business is going to succeed and wanting it to, and like there's a lot of considerations when you're disabled and you're trying to like start a business or trying to do something huge. I mean, the reason why I couldn't finish college is because I didn't have my own transportation. Technically, that's how that went. Because DVR was able to curtail me going to the college to make up my exams and whatnot whenever they felt like it. And she had problems because she needed someone to be with her to, like, you know, make sure she had everything, and they didn't want to pay for that. And I was lucky in the way that my family could pitch in for me. Like, my brothers would go, my mom would go. It all depended on who was available that day to go with me and whatnot. So, and that's a very important thing that she didn't have that I did. But then again, like I said, the transportation got me, so. And I know what it's like to be disabled, and through no fault of your own, the world is not set up for you, and you're just kind of stuck. Because people are like, oh, well, you know, there's this program and that program, and it's like, there's really not, though. Like, they're all underfunded. They try to, like, make sure that you can't get somewhere. You know, they want to get you to the no. We've talked all about that, so. It's very heartbreaking. And it's very, very easy that you can give up going that route, so. It's hard sometimes to know that you're not alone. And the thing is, when you've gone through so many different life plans and people have told you no, or fucked you out of this, or the funding was cut for that, eventually you look around and you don't see a future at all. You don't see a future for yourself, where you're going to be, where you're going to go. You want to have like what you consider more of a fulfilling life, more of a quote unquote maybe normal life, and you find that you can't. Like, the programs there to help you start your own business, they end up, or the grant you were going to use end up having no funding to it, or the people who are going to help you close their doors, or they just told you no because of some arbitrary rule, or they'd already helped too many people this month, or there are like so many different reasons you end up getting screwed over through no fault of your own, and you can't just do certain things on your own for whatever reason. It's bonkers. Okay, we're gonna take the shoe for now. Even if I lose in the cradle, I'm still going to have saved that one person. So that'll make sense, hopefully, eventually. Oh, no. Ugh, I love being able to shoot back their projectiles. With my own projectile, damn it. Not good at it always, though, but... At least that was only a blue heart. But then again, I can't heal that one, so... Maybe it's bad that it wasn't just a heart I could heal. It takes a long time to heal a heart sometimes, Shelpers. Yes, indeed. But yeah, I think we need a new holiday for August. I really want people to help me come up with one. Because August sucks. Everybody says, like, January is, like, the worst month because it's after the holidays and it's so long and it's bleak. And people say, actually, January and February are the worst months of the year. And I'm like, no, they're not. Trust me, I've seen worse. So, I firmly believe that we need something else in the middle of summer. That would be the best thing, probably, for me personally. I think everybody likes, you know, August a lot better because they're like, oh, it's summer, yay. But I'm like, summer drags on too long. You think winter drags on too long, summer drags on way too long. And then it gets hot and it's miserable. Then people can be like, well, it's cold and miserable, but I suppose that's fair. But at the same time, you can put more clothes on and turn the heat up easier than you can cool down in the summertime. Warming up is, you know, or staying warm is easier for the most part. And this is coming from somebody who has anemia, so yeah. Let's just go this way. Eep. There we go. In the door. I think this is the last. Nope, not even close. Okay, money, I suppose. King Midas will probably come out and stab me again. Oh no, it's just this. Okay. That works. That's like 9 whole coins. Wow. Someone broke the bank to put that there for me. Now I can finally tip the waiter and buy some tube socks. That is a fantastic amount. Then again, if this is a fantasy world, gold coins are usually worth more because there's also like the, you know, copper and whatnot. So they usually do what I call the metal system, which is like bronze or copper and then silver and then gold. And then sometimes a lot of platinum. But you only ever see the one currency in this. But yeah, I don't know if any of you saw my tiny bookshop like video that I put out last weekend. I actually really liked it. And I love the idea of being able to like read what the books are about and then hear the preferences of the people and figure out like what they might want to read. That is such a cool idea to me. That makes it feel like you are really in a bookshop. Because I thought it would be just, oh, you have to like, you know, parse out like which books are where and whatnot. I think I'm saying whatnot too much now. Doesn't matter. Ah! I'm not the most eloquent when I'm in danger. And I'm in danger on a video game pretty much all the time. But I'd always have an excuse. Brain fog, whatever. Which unfortunately is true most of the time. Because I've been like doing a lot of sitting up and whatnot as of late. But yeah, I don't really do the Valentine thing. Not even like candy or anything. I'm not about that life for the most part. I liked it as a kid. You know, as a kid, like Disney would have like specials with it. Like the one Carradine guy did one with like, I think Olivia Newton-John, where they had the love songs and they had like an overarching story and whatnot. And I really liked that one as a kid. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like the DTV Monster Hits for Halloween. Except for Easter, Valentine's Day. They had like things for Easter. They had a bunch of different stuff for a bunch of different holidays when we were kids. In the like the 90s and 80s, 90s. So it was like a really cool thing because every holiday had its own stuff. I mean, they even had like the 13th year, and that was, well, that was not, hold on, that's not the one I'm thinking of. The one with the kid in the basketball who was a leprechaun. I don't remember what that one was called. But they even had stuff for fucking St. Patrick's Day. And around that time was like, there were a few years in like maybe the early 2000s, the early aughts, where they did a lot of like mini series, like Rose Red, The 10th Kingdom. There was one with like Whoopi Goldberg, and she was like the Queen of the Fairies, maybe? And when she was the Queen of the Fairies, like it was with Randy Quaid, I think it is. Yeah, the guy who played on Christmas Vacation. It was Randy Quaid, and he went to Ireland, and he found out that leprechauns and fairies were real, and it was kind of like a Romeo and Juliet type of story, where like they were at war, but the one couple really loved each other, and they wanted to be together. And I don't remember what that was actually called. There was like the Voyage of the Unicorn with this guy with his kids. There were like a lot of different like mini-series back in the day. We don't really get mini-series anymore. It's all just different kinds of series and whatnot. I miss the mini-series days. I know that sounds weird, but I did. I miss the episodic nature, the wondering what's gonna happen, but it being like an epic movie that's split into parts without having to wait like 3 years for a theater to actually, you know, have all the parts come out. Like when they told me Wicked was gonna be in like 2 parts and they set it up that way, I'm like, no. Wicked was a darker and more fucked up story than people remember anyway. Because people are like, oh, I've seen the play or whatever, and it's like, no, read the books. I only read the first book, and I don't even remember some of it anymore, but apparently there are a lot more, and apparently it gets more messed up as time goes by, so I'm like, okay, well, that's just swell. And people still don't like the fact that now every villain needs an origin story. I do find some of it meaningful, because I do think there are times where you can say, well, this person is just bad, and it's not like that. It's that they do have a story. But at certain points also, it's like, okay, and yes, you have a sad story or whatever, but you're still fucking people over. You're still hurting them. Like, when does like responsibility come into play? When does, you know, it's like certain people who have a really shitty childhood, and then they turn around and they like hurt their own kids or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, I get the cycle of, you know, hurting people and whatnot. But also, when you're an adult, you have to handle that shit. You know? If your, like, trauma or your pain is causing you to hurt someone else, then you have a responsibility to people around you to get help, to work through the pain. And it isn't your fault that you were put in that situation. But when you're an adult, it's your, you know, your fault, your responsibility to handle it as much as you're able to. You know, and I'm not talking about just, you know, talking about what happened to you or whatever. I mean, like, if you're actually actively hurting people. Like, if you were hurt as a kid and you hurt your own kids, or if you were the kind of person who never showed any kind of anything to anyone, any kind of kindness, or nobody showed kindness to you, so you're like, you turn around and you're like, I'm not showing kindness to you, nobody ever gave me kindness. Kind of like the student loan forgiveness. Shut the fuck up and pay your loans. I paid my loans. And it's like, aren't you nice? Like, I had to do it. And it's like, okay, so because you were, you know, had to do this thing that was difficult and stuff, and it's not even the same as it was when you were a kid. Oh, I love Poison. Yes, let's go. But yeah, so, oh, I had to do my own stuff. Okay, and should you have had to? Like, and what the hell? Like, the thing people don't understand about that is the rates and stuff weren't as high back then, and There's a lot of differences between like somebody who did it on their own, cough, mommy and daddy cough, 30 years ago, and people who do it now, you know. I am going to die here. I'm going to die here. Oh, shoot. No. Please. I just heal and then they're like, no. Please, 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 please. Let me heal. Let me heal, Lord. Oh, shit. Almost shelpers. I hope I got that guy's friend, though. At least we can go back to Anchor Deep after that. I hope so, anyway. We should at least finish off Anchor Deep. Hopefully. I'm not making any progress at all. And they're gonna have, like, zero faith in me. Oh, yeah. You are weak. Sure I am, but that's alright. Okay, let's see how many people we have left. Okay, I got this person. Yep, okay, your name is gonna be Humphrey. Humphrey. So I was playing The Sims 4, as I do. I have no idea what the hell that name is, but okay. Humphrey, okay, good enough. We're gonna keep you as you are. No plastic surgery required. Moving on up, moving on over. Okay, refined materials, sure, yes, okay. Oh yeah, this person did end up finding the way through, and your name is going to be Victor. As I won you like I would a claw machine plushie. There we go. We're gonna at least choose the coloration because we have a different bee here. Let's give a purple bee. I would still be terrified of a purple bee. I think there are black ones. Like pure black bumbles or something, and I'm just like, no, thank you, to hell and back. Nope. Oh my god, how many people did I bring home? I'm like one of those people that goes to an animal shelter and brings home everybody. Okay, choose form. Form 3A. Let's get you out of my face. I guess we'll make you I don't know. I don't know, Lord. It does not matter anymore. I want to stay away from all of you motherfuckers. Okay, you should... Well, there's no mining here, or hardly any building. Farming's always a popular one, but clean the base. I think we're losing a lot of our janitorial section. There we go. I'm gonna have to make them... Why is my husband not worshiping me? Why is everybody else worshiping me and he's just looking on? New fetish unlocked, Dale. But yeah. It works out well that way. I don't remember what I was talking about to you at all. Doesn't matter. I have so many thoughts. And Dan is always like, well, I don't want to interrupt your thoughts because they're coherent and they form one to the next. I'm like, no, they don't. They're like a bunch of cars just careening across the ice on the highway. I think I have a plan and then I don't. But that's alright. If you get me rambling for too long, though, I'll go back to like human rights or politics or things that people probably don't want to hear about. But the horrible truth is you're going to need to hear about this. Like what is going on, what everything is happening, you know, just everything. Because eventually, so far... You know, certain people on one side are like, it's all horrible. Certain people on the other side are like, it's all good. And I know that if certain things were happening on one side, the team that's currently cheering would be like, wait, what the fuck? This isn't right. And that's when you know things are bad. But we're so used to partisanship here that it's just all messed up. I've been doing what I can, and that's another thing I've been busy with is like getting information out to certain people and contacting my senators, and I can't really go out and protest, but I've been doing what I can from home. And yeah, apparently according to a lot of liberals, like that's not good enough. According to a lot of liberals, if you aren't able to like join in the fight, they're just like get fucked, and it's like, okay then. Like so you're starting to sound like everybody else. You know, the people you say you don't like? You're starting to sound just like them. Oh, the useless cripples, the useless disabled people. It is wild. People are out here wild and all the time. Yeah, I saw the whole meme about the people in the apocalypse or the zombie apocalypse would hide their bites and then say it's fine, and it's like, yep, that would be the one. But yeah, I'm just trying to do my best, or what I think is the best. You know, could I be wrong? Sure, but like, okay, getting to a specific person. Okay, I'm just gonna, alright, say it. There is a specific person who has access to stuff right now that some people think he should, and some people think he shouldn't. But here's the thing. If I were on the side of that person, and somebody is like, I really would like to talk to this person and find out what they're really doing, right? If I truly believe that person was doing something good for our country, our lives, whatever, I would say, yes, talk to this person, please. I want you to be able to talk to him and find out what he's doing and figure out what he's doing is not just above board, but is really helping. Like, if I really believed that what was going on was amazing and helpful, and this one person who was kicking people out of this one building and everything was doing the right thing, if I were on the side of the side that was with him, I would be like, yeah, we have nothing to hide. We're going to show all of you that you're just scared over nothing. That you're just giant little piss babies. And you're just terrified because it's not your side. But they don't do that. When people are like, well, we want a subpoena and we want to talk to this person, they're like, why do you want to talk to him? Like, you just want to impede his investigation. You just have something to hide. And it's like, well, they feel like you have something to hide. So shouldn't we just get this all, you know, over with and talk to him? Because if I had nothing to hide, I would be like, yeah, like, let's talk about it. Sure, interview him. Sure, why not? I would want people to know that what I'm doing is totally amazing and above board and being extremely helpful. But that's not what they're doing. They make it sound like, you know, they can't for whatever reason, and I'm just like, that doesn't sound sus. That doesn't sound sus at all. But if I were that kind of a person where I thought that what I was doing was the right thing, if I were honestly thinking I was on the right side of history, I would be like, yeah, ask away. Go ahead, find it. Look for whatever you think you can find. You won't find anything. It's all above board. It's all good. It's going to be so helpful and amazing. I would be like, look, ask, investigate. I have nothing to hide. But they're like, no. So, makes me think there is something sussy going on. If I asked somebody a question and they were evading my question the whole time and told me it was none of my business, and, okay, apparently Robin hath died. So where's Robin? Marco. Please let me find this person. Okay, add fuel. Okay, I thought Robin just died. I had 2 people die just now? Okay. Unless one person got sick. I don't know, Shelpers. I thought I have no idea. Okay, let's find out. Robin is sick or dead or something. How do I figure that out? Well, first of all, let's go here. Robin is injured. Okay, not dead. So they got punched out by somebody. Probably because people are drunk. They murder people when they're drunk even. So, yeah, let's go back to Anchordeep now that I have my head in my hands and I'm totally doing the correct job. Let's go. Back in the saddle again. Yep. But yeah, I'm always so confused as to which shawl to wear around this time of year because, you know, birthday on the 18th, Valentine's Day on the 14th. I wanted to do something like amazing for my 40th for all of you, but it's like, at the same time, I'm just trying to survive out here, you know? It would be nice to do something for the 3rd year of streaming anniversary, though, and that's March 13th. Again, I just don't know what. When I do giveaways, people don't really respond to them, and that's not... I'm not trying to guilt anybody, I'm just making a statement. So I'm not sure what to do. Like, I'm not sure if the right thing would be to do, like, a marathon, even though, yeah, most of y'all just are, like, popping in and out whenever y'all want to, which is how a marathon goes, too, but I don't have, like, a dedicated, like, how many ever people, so I don't know if that would make sense to just try to keep marathoning over and over for just time's sake, I guess. I have no idea. It just doesn't necessarily make sense for my audience. Maybe I could do like a big paranormal stream like that day. Because so far every year I've tried to like do some kind of Mario Party because that's how I started. And yes, my first video was me trying to do the lore and shit, and then I just dropped it because, you know me, it just doesn't make sense. Since I just yak anyway. But yeah, I'm not sure. If any of y'all can think of something you really want to see for that day, let me know. I'll think about it too. But I wanted it to be different and fun. I thought about a community day, but we don't usually get a lot of attendance on those, so kind of up in the air, as it were. I'm just trying to make it make sense for y'all, because some of y'all have been here with me since the beginning, and that is wild. So 3 years is no small amount of time. I mean, in the grand scheme, maybe thousands of years and whatnot, or millions of years of evolution, or billions of years in a planet's formation. Yeah, sure, but not streaming. I've seen so many people come and go from the time I started. So I'm still gonna try to keep on keeping on. Even if there is an expiration date down the road for my own streaming. You know, we're just gonna keep on trucking until it makes sense to pump the brakes. I don't think I can play like the truck simulator. There are like free play days for like one of the Ninja Turtles games. I was thinking about doing a video for that. That's not for the anniversary thing, just, you know, I could try to get an editor and like put out some edited content as well, but I'm not good at editing my own stuff. And okay, game, why in the Freemasonry are we doing this? It says it's lit up and it's still like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm turning off now. And I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel too, game. Like, I should be lit up. I should be. But yeah, it is working so far. I just don't want to be in like the middle of a big like argument with like a bunch of creatures, and I'm trying to roll and dodge and dip and weave, and then all of a sudden I look over and it's like disconnected, and I'm like, shit. I mean, I know it pauses, but you can pause in some really bad places. Like, oh, you're gonna get hit, you don't have time to dodge now. So I was watching a video about Ozempic last night. And Ozempic is the drug that's made for people with diabetes, but they also, like, a lot of people take it for weight loss because that's a quote-unquote side effect. So, like, how many celebrities now are taking it so that they can, like, stay thin, and they're already thin, but you know what I mean. I mean, like, the kind of, like, celebrity thin. And being a celebrity is wild because I know there's a lot of good to it, money and fame and all that, but think about it. People you don't know want to know about you constantly. They want to know your favorite color. They want to know your favorite breakfast. They want to know the people you're dating, and they want to have opinions on it. And it's like having the nosiest aunt in the fucking world, basically. Oh, you're dating, like, Carl Jr. again? Like, is this a good thing for you? You know what I mean? All of it. Or, I heard about your last breakup. You're such a slut. And it's like, how do you know? How do you know, unless somebody like came out and like had evidence or whatever, how do you know this person was like not a good partner or whatever? It's like we just hear things and assume, unless somebody comes out to be an abusive asshole with receipts and all that fun stuff. Most of the time we don't know. We don't know what's really going on in someone's relationship. Even if in public it looks like one thing, it might not look like that in private. But yeah, and then when you have kids, you have to think about your children, because like people literally will follow you around and want to go to your kids' schools and talk to them and snap their picture. And I don't know, it's like when I think about winning the lottery, I do think about all the people I could help. But one of the things I keep going back to is, you know, people have been killed for their lottery money. Like, when you're rich, you have to have kidnapping insurance. You know that, right? Just because of how people are. You know, and I think about that probably more than I should, just because. And being a celebrity or being rich is wild. But yeah, also, when you are a person who is like, especially a woman, but men too, who's like 10 pounds overweight, oh, she let herself go. Did you see her bikini pictures? She doesn't have hip bones anymore. Yes, she does. They're just not as prominent. She still has hip bones or she wouldn't be able to walk. But anyway, I digress. They just kind of start like that kind of thing. And then when a woman actually is like getting like thinner than she normally is, oh my God, does she have an eating disorder? She needs help. And it's like, you said like 15 pounds ago, she was scary fat. She was letting herself go. She was awful, blah, blah, blah. And now that she's a little thinner than you normally see her, you're like, oh, it's not good for her either. And it has to be shit, basically. You know, watching people just tear into you about everything. Your choices with everything. I wouldn't be able to stand that. But yeah, Ozempic. So they end up on Ozempic a lot of times to maintain their weight. And they get like wrinkles and lines in their faces and stuff. And people are like, oh my God, what are they doing? Okay, don't you dare touch my love. Okay, I won't touch the love. Even though they already have a huge slot in them, like they're a coin machine. That's very, very odd. Okay, let's ignore the love. I understand the love. I wouldn't want anybody to touch my love either. So, Ozempic is actually hard to come by because of how many people want it for like weight loss before a wedding or before a vacation, or the celebrities want it, whatever, because it's easier. But the side effects on this drug, man, are something. Like, absolutely something. You can get gallstones because of the severe weight loss, lose your hair. But that happens with like weight loss surgery as well. Because if you're losing weight at a rapid rate, you will get what they call Ozempic face and butt, where your skin sags because you're losing weight that fast. You will get like gallstones because of how everything goes when you're having rapid weight loss. But some stuff like pancreatitis is very painful. It can kill you. Like there's cyclical vomiting and all kinds of shit. So unless you like really need this medication for either diabetes or they think you will die without weight loss, like you are bedbound due to weight loss and like there is no hope for you. Because the thing is, every medication is always like the least, how do I put this? You have to consider the option that will potentially do you the most good with the least amount of damage. And with that, it doesn't sound like there is a least amount of damage. It sounds like there's actually a pretty big amount of damage, so it's wild, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. Because sometimes when like people are talking to me about how much I weigh, and it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I think, should I try for like a weight loss drug or weight loss surgery? You know? I think about that because people are like, fat people don't live very long. Like, every time somebody sees you, they're like, you're gonna die by the time you're 50 or 45 or whatever. And I'm like, being bedbound, almost bedbound, would probably take me out faster than being how many ever hundreds of pounds at this rate, but yeah, everybody always wants to chime in like, oh, you're gonna head for whatever. Probably, like, and I want to live longer to be with my husband, so sometimes I think about it. But at the same time, as far as like surgery goes, they don't want to do surgery on me unless like something terrible is happening they can't help, because I'm a high-risk surgery. They do something that's routine for somebody, they put me in the ICU just to make sure I don't die. And sometimes I do a lot better than they think, but sometimes I do a lot worse than they want to believe I will do, so I just have to like keep on trucking and hope for the best. So unless I absolutely need it, I don't know. And how do I tell that? How do I tell that for sure? You know, my nurse practitioner, she does not talk about my weight with me. She talks about my overall health and my test scores and whatnot. And she gets pleased where I don't. So I guess that's a good thing, but at the same time, I'm just like, should I talk to her about it? Sometimes I think I should. But then again, I think, what will it do for me? Will it increase my longevity? Truly? Or is it just something at this rate that other things would help more and I just can't do them? Like the moving around? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I should actually bring that up to my nurse practitioner and be like, hey, so about my longevity, like if I get down to like how many ever hundreds of pounds instead of how many ever hundreds of pounds, like are we talking like a lot of like time left? Or because some people with what they do, it doesn't actually add a lot of time, and some people it does. So, and you're gonna be like, that's a lie, but no, there are people who've actually had like comprehensive studies of their body done, and it's like it will only help you live like 5 years longer if you do this or whatever. And I understand when they say like if you're really fat, like 14 years on average, but the thing to keep in mind is like some of those years aren't going to be good years. They're not going to be full years either. So say like 14 years, so say that means you're going to die around 60, but also some of those years are going to be I could do a faster attack rate, but immune to poison is nice because of the spiders. But yeah, the years you might have aren't going to be good years either. So that is something to really think about. Like the quality of life, not just the amount of years you have. Ah, god damn it. Okay, get rid of you. Forget you. Oh shit. Stop it. Yeah, I don't think he's dead yet. Aw, man. And I hate that my gun, like, has kickback. I realize it's a blunderbuss, and it's not like a 22 Luger or anything, but... Oh, fuck. I wish I had a longer set of invincibility frames. So I made a girl on my Sims, this is what I was talking about earlier, and I was going to make her a bookstore owner. Here, you cannot make a bookstore owner unless you use cheats. Because when you buy them through your home computer and put them in your personal inventory, you can't put them in your household inventory. When you go home, it takes all the books that you put on your shelves and brings them back, and nobody buys them. So I found out, again, that unless I want to use cheats on my game, I'm not allowed to do a bookstore. And you're supposed to be able to have a retail store for pretty much anything you want in the game. So I don't really like cheating. I used to have my cheats on the PS4 for a few reasons, but I didn't want to do that with the PS5. And now it's like you either have to or you can get fucked out of your bookstore. So my sim was a tech guru career where she was a live streamer, like a esports player. So I made her just sell electronics like computers and TVs. So that's as good as she's gonna get, unfortunately. I wanted something different, but maybe in time they will. I know the next Sims pack they're coming out with is called like Skills and Hobbies or something. Hobbies and Businesses and Hobbies or something. And the thing with businesses and hobbies is that you will actually be able to have, like in The Sims 2, there was like a business pack where you could like live in like one part of the building your business was in, and then have your business in this, you know, another part, like a separate part. They don't have that in The Sims 4. So we're just getting that ability now in this one. It's almost like, so they do every once in a while what's called a refresh. And a refresh is where they will add more gameplay elements, newer features and stuff to a pack you already have, because let's face it, it was pretty buggy. It didn't add a whole as much as they said it did, etc., etc. Well, it seems like the packs that are coming out now, in a lot of ways, are fucking refreshes for the packs we already have. So one of the earliest packs for The Sims 4, if not the earliest one, was called City Living. You could live in an apartment in the city. You could not make your own apartment buildings. You could not be the landlord of your own apartment buildings. But yeah, we got for rent like years and years down the road, and it finally let you be a landlord. It finally let you build your own buildings that are basically apartment buildings. Of course, you're still pretty limited in the way that you can only have 6 apartments or so to a lot, and between each lot there's a load time. Okay, the fisherman whistling. Hello, kid. Me? I'm just a man out for a walk. Like men like to do. Can I have a drink? I heard that the world was changing. I had to see for myself. Ah, yeah, I can't whistle. It's me. Fish lips. Man lips. I meant man lips. I have woman lips. 1 sec, I need a drink. There we go. Thank you. So now the businesses and hobbies one seems to give us the ability to, like Open for Business in The Sims 2, actually live in our businesses. We can have like a tattoo business now. Apparently it's going to work with other packs, like we might be able to own our own bowling alley or our own nightclub, where these were buildings we could put down before we couldn't run them ourselves. So that's cool and all, but it's like when they showed off a trailer for the pack outside of the tattooing and pottery, they showed off that we might have like candy making and then not too much else. And I'm like, okay, they have to be either hiding a lot of stuff or something, because this is a $40 pack. This is not a $20 game pack or anything. This is a full $40, which is the full price of the big, supposedly huge expansions. But I'm looking at it and it's like, this stuff could have been in like Open for Business, not Open for whatever, the fourth, like one where you could like go get to work, I think it was called. Or this could have been part of another pack. So I honestly feel like they are refreshing the packs that are really outdated by giving us $40 more packs. So if you want, okay, so let's say you were in City Living and you wanted to own your own apartment building, and they're like, nope, fuck you. But like 10 years down the road, you'd be able to finally own your own apartment building. Please pay us for this. And it's like, so many expansion packs on The Sims 2 and 3 add so many new things, so many new features, and they're piecemealing all this stuff, and some of it doesn't even work. Like, I'm running into a new bug now that I didn't have before I had the 2 new packs I got last month while they were on sale. And when I move out of a house and I say keep furniture, when you go to your new house and you go into your household inventory, you have all your old furniture, your old bed, couch, TV, etc. Well, I say keep my furniture, I go to my new house, and if I didn't put it in before I moved, which you shouldn't have to, The game is like, by the way, we sold all your furniture for a pittance, and now you have to rebuy everything. So this keeps happening with my Sims. It's yet another glitch. And that's another thing. The Sims team tends to make new packs because they want your money, but they, most of the time, don't, like, fix what they broke. So, like, you can have a new pack and it could actually, like, be broken. And yet, you're supposed to just be like, thank you, Daddy EA. And it's been a lot. I love the game, but I see where a lot of people do have problems with it because I have a lot of the same complaints, honestly. But also, The Sims 4 is the first Sims on console that was ever like The Sims on the PC. So if you're a primarily console player like I am, and you need like the controller and whatnot, the only way you're gonna get that experience fully is by using it on like the PS5 or whatever. So I'm kind of stuck. And that's another thing, when you're a console player, you don't have mods to fix what they broke. And a lot of times they do. And the 4-run pack is a lot of bugs and stuff, and there's just a lot of bad stuff in the game. So I can see why people would be like, why are you still supporting them? And people have said, like, they do seem very nervous about Enzoi and Project Paralives or whatever it's called. And I don't want to do Enzoi because it has AI stuff in it. And I'm not for that life. You all know me. I try to stay away from AI as much as possible when it's generative. So they seem to be nervous, which might actually make them do better things, but by that same token, they're still like really fucking us over. I don't know. I wanted the Life and Death pack because it was on sale for $30 before it goes off sale, because Life and Death is one of the ones that is worth it, apparently. Apparently, the Wedding Stories one that I wanted is broken at the jump, and so is the one with the love I wanted to get. There was one that like gives you like a Tinder date profile and stuff like that. Somebody said it only has about 2 hours of new content in it, and it's a lot. Stay back, says Calamar. Stay away. Mercy, Red Crown, mercy. But yeah, instead of throwing themselves at me, they will still try to fight me. So they don't really want mercy, they just don't want me to fight them. And hey, I get that. I'm a lover, not a fighter too, but you've killed my father, prepare to die, and all that stuff, so yeah. Well, good thing I got rid of the no. Okay, let me just spread that out. Oh, god dang it. And I don't have any kind of residual magic power this time. Damn it to hell. Okay. Ah, no. Nope. Fuck. Okay, I think I am immune to poison. Question mark. That will help me out just a tiny bit here. I need to be careful and try really hard not to get hit. I was gonna say, just as they took yet another chunk of life out of me. Okay, hold on. Can we heal, please? Okay, we did heal a little bit. We did heal a little bit. Not like it's gonna matter. It's not gonna... Oh, fuck me. Oh, man. I'm never gonna get this. Fuck my life, dude. Ah, that fucking trap gets my asshole every stinking time. Nope. Can we just... Damn it to hell. The Ring of Power. Well, at least I know we're at the end boss for Anchor Deep. At least we know we're there. But yeah, ouch. And then my people are going to be like, you're not strong, master. You know, I'm going to make his brother and sister go with me. Like... I'm gonna use the demon circle. Let's go. Let us honestly go. But yeah, I'm glad they're getting a little nervous about a possible good game coming out. And they did patch, or are trying to patch, the re-releases of 1 and 2, which is good, but I don't know. It seems like, I don't know. And now I think I'm at a sunk cost fallacy because I really do like The Sims 4. But at the same time, it's so messed up with like everything going on and all the bugs and stuff they just let happen. Yeah. Okay, chance of dropping valuable resources. Let's go there then. Actually, I should really see if I can upgrade the drink house. Faith. Let's get Crunk. Okay, hold on. What are we dealing with? Oh, Crypt 3. I can upgrade something to a Crypt 3. Okay. That's what I'm working on. Now what about the drink house? Oh yeah, the second janitor station will also help clean the poo out of the outhouses. Let's go. Let's go. What are we looking for? I forget already. The drink house. Is that in the faith section maybe? Maybe. Drink house 2. There we go. They'll go off and work on it. Okay. I should at least cook them a little something before bed. They're not that bad off, but the thing is, it's an overall meter, so some people still might be hungry. There we go. And I don't want hungry bellies. Okay, let's work on this. And then have somebody make that. Very good. Okay, now I'm gonna go and make some demons. Where's my demonic summoning circle? Hold on, the kid's got poo up the ass. Out of the ass. There we go, demonic summoning circle. Let's take the He Who Will Not Die. I forgot their names, some of them. Okay. Tells me what each of them do, that's nice. Sadzi. Let's convert Sadzi. I don't think they would let me kill her. And then let's convert at least one more. I wonder if they do He Who Will Not Be Named. You know, some of these are older. Sadzi. Greer. The one who waits. Yeah, he should be given. He won't die. He's immortal. He works at Arby's. Okay. Now we're going to find the other one, because I think I'm allowed to take 3. I think it's Bish. I don't really remember what I named the last one. Yeah, Bish. There we go. Everyone's good now. Let's go. Let's go fight Anchor Deep. Let's go. Wait, someone is sick? Question mark. Yeah, okay. That's fine. We'll heal you up. We'll get you to bed. Awesome. It would be nice to have a healing bay like that in the real world, wouldn't it? I thought about if I had sound clips, I would actually have, like, the one where Mr. Rogers is like, "Greetings, a royal word for hello," or meaning hello. He said that on, like, one of the promos or something they had for PBS, and I loved it. Because I say greetings all the time. People used to make fun of me for it. They used to be like, "And salutations, lol." I used to say greetings and salutations by the by. So it's like, yes, and salutations. Husband and I were debating what, like, the day before yesterday would have been called in Old English. Or old-timey English. Reason being, the word for the day after tomorrow is overmorrow. It literally is overmorrow. People just don't use it. They just say the day after tomorrow now. But, like, we were trying to debate, and he's like, would it be undermorrow? And I said, no, undermorrow. Because tomorrow means tomorrow. So overmorrow is, you know, the day after tomorrow. So I said undermorrow would technically be today because it would be the day before tomorrow. So if there is a word for the day after tomorrow or the day before yesterday or whatever, I'm not sure. Oh, a chance to drop fish. Well, that's good. It'll help me keep my hungry people not as hungry. It'll be the satiation clause. All right, off we go. Oh boy. No, 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 no. I hate the grass because it hides them. It hides them. It absolutely hides them, and they know what they're doing. Eep. Okay. You're gone at least. How many of you have a shield on? I hope not a lot. I hope not a lot. Eep. Nope. Get away. Would be nice if that thing exploding would actually, like, fix life. Okay, there we go. Got that. Nice. And I can heal up the hearts they give me because they're not temporary. That's also nice. Of course, I'll just want to keep healing up as much as possible, so I'll need to chill on that one because I'll be like, hell, you have a lot of hearts. It's fine. But yeah, I'm going to have the siblings actually help me take out the other sibling. I think that's only fair. Dare they live the dream? Okay. Whee! So yeah, I've been doing more like traditional cards now that I'm not on stream. I'm making a couple of the ones I did when I was on stream, but I don't know. I just feel like doing different stuff. I always feel like it doesn't matter when I do, how do I put this? If I'm doing the same type of cards for different holidays, who's going to want to watch me do them? So I always try to do something else on stream. Like the half cards, well, 3/4 cards. I keep calling them half cards, they're not. But yeah, if the 3/4 cards are new and like, you know, the ones with the pop-ups are something we don't see often or do often. So it's like I keep trying to do different things to teach people kinda, or to show them something different. But when people watch like card making streams or jewelry making streams, I don't know if they're coming for new techniques all the time or if it's just to like craft along with the person or whatever. And I know it probably depends on the watcher, which is totally fair. But I always feel like if I don't have something new to bring you, like a new technique or something, that I shouldn't do it. And like I said, maybe that's a silly thought, but that's where my brain goes. Like, oh, this isn't new. Like, why are you showing them? Like, they're not going to care about this because it's new. Or not new, I mean. Like, it has to be something I've not done for you guys. I know it probably doesn't matter. Sometimes I worry about the weirdest things. I mean, here I am, still playing Cult of the Lamb. Went through it, and then I played the post game, the after party. And I'm still like, well, if I do the same thing, and it's like, I've been playing certain games for months on end, on and off. And I just worry about, you know, not having a new technique for crafting. How many times have I played Fortnite, Mario Kart, Mario Party? I played Dave the Diver for a pretty long while on here. So I don't know why I do that. Like, I always think that I have to have something new to offer. I mean, for certain streams, it makes sense. Like when I am doing poetry streams or writing streams in general, having a different topic makes sense. Same thing with the paranormal streams. You know, do you want to hear the same information about the same poems, the same technique? Or do you want to hear about different stuff? Like how to write a setting versus a character or whatever. You get what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot more to learn. And with paranormal stuff, going through the same hauntings would just be like a rerun. So, unless there was like new important information on something. Balls, I'm like losing all my extra hearts here. Fuck. Ah, fervor, please. I need more fervor. So I don't know if it matters in crafting. It doesn't matter in gaming. I know some people play like Street Fighter 6 over and over again, and they have people who just like Street Fighter 6 over and over again. But I don't know about crafting yet. I guess I'm too new to it on here, meaning I don't do it often enough, mayhap, to realize if it is a good thing to keep bringing new stuff or not. Okay, drop an explosive when you roll. Chance for a better chest probably would have been a better idea, but we're here now, Liam. So what do you think? Should there only be crafting content when I have something new? Or do you think it's just like you like crafting together, like seeing what other people are doing, even if it is the same technique and whatnot? Because like I said, I don't want to just bring you the same old. I am getting my ass handed to me, and I really just wanted to get through Anchor Deep today. And this might be the last run or two I can do of Anchor Deep. Dang nabbit. And if I do it by myself, then you don't get to see like what happens with the other one, though it's just basically the defeat message and whatnot. I know I said defeat like weird, but that's fine. Yeah, I debate myself a lot, and I think sometimes when I talk about like quitting streaming and whatnot, I think it's because I overthink. Like what I should be doing, should I be trying more collabs? Should I just be bringing you new things for crafting? I know it should be about what I love and enjoy, and I am bringing you that. Like I play a lot of video games and I do crafting and whatnot. But I'm always like, should next time be a paranormal stream? Should next time be this? Should I do that? Like that's like always on my mind. Like every single thing. Is it good? Is it bad? Do I need to do this more? Should I try this instead? It's kind of exhausting, to be honest. I think it has to do kind of with my anxiety. Always worrying and wondering about, like, am I doing the right thing? Okay, let's look at what we got up ahead. Okay, if we go to here now. Okay, let's look. Okay, we got 1, 2. That's 2 rooms where we'd have to fight, pretty much. Okay, and 1. We'd only have to fight one way till the boss over in the second phase. 1, 2, but not if we go that way. Okay, so we're gonna go this way then. Hope I calculated that correctly. If not, I'm not going to be pleased with myself. But I rarely ever am. So that works out fine, I suppose. There we go. Plus I get a little more fervor. Not much, though. I really need a lot of fervor. I need to heal up quite a bit. Okay, then this gives me that. I'd have to go this way to avoid. So we're going to work on that then. I'm going to take this right away. And then just heal up as much as I possibly can with it. Excellent. Receive double damage. Enemies health halved. Oh boy. Double damage sounds incredible. Okay. I've healed up my fervor as much as humanly possible. You can do it more than once. No shit. Absolutely no shit. Okay, that is news to me, Shelpers. I thought when you took the statue down, you could only do it once to get the fervor back. Huh. This might be my lucky day. It's gonna be my lucky day. Not really, but it would be nice. Because I'm gonna take a lot of damage from this floor. I don't even know these fools. Ah, god damn it. We're already a heart and a half down. I know we were probably like a half a heart down to begin with, but okay. We still don't have, so that means you're still here. There we go. We are going to take some fervor. Nice. Okay. Especially if I can go back and keep healing. I didn't know I could do that. I thought we were locked at once per floor. But maybe they just did it so you could, you know, get your spells back. If so, awesome. I'm for this exploit. I mean, bit of assistance? Ah. Nope. Please no. Nope. Oh, shit. Maybe you can only do it when you're each time when you're in the room too. So I don't know. We'd have to check. We will check. I really need a better sword as well, but I don't want to like substitute it for a hammer, so we'll figure it out. There we go. Let's just heal on up as much as possible and keep on trucking. I drop bombs, but I don't think they're helpful. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna turn on cheats to make a bookstore. I would like to do more Sims as a like a continuous series on my like stream, or like at least on videos, because I really like The Sims, even if it's not always the best kept up and whatnot. Like I said, I know I've been too long without the computer Sims where you can mod and like make things better for yourself. I'm fully aware of that, but I'm just so grateful to have it. So, you know, the businesses and hobbies pack, you can actually repair stuff and whatnot too. And if it does run into everything else, where you can finally have it with everything else, and you can own a bookstore without cheating, I think I would like it. Maybe. But I hate that it's like, oh, well, we had to like, we're giving you an update on stuff you already own instead of just, you know, giving you the updates. And like I said, the whole, like, not fixes. Like, there are certain packs, like the wedding pack, and certain features in, like, For Rent and whatnot, that actually are not still fixed. And I think that's pretty damn bad, honestly. Like, they keep putting out more content for you to buy it, but yet they don't fix it unless it's, like, so broken people start, like, refunding it or screaming about a lawsuit. And then they're like, yeah, we'll fix it. So I do hope, like, Paralives and stuff is, like, really amazing. If for no other reason, they're nervous and they'll get their shit in gear then. They won't, like, leave us with game-breaking bugs for, like, 2 years before they even bother to, like, drag anything out. So, okay, that's a better sword with no drawbacks, so we're gonna just take that fucker. But yeah, I love how it's like, oh, we're the only kid on the block, so we don't have to worry about shit. And then it's like, oh my god, other stuff is coming out? Well, we're gonna make a promise to you to make things better. You like that idea, right? And it's like, yeah, and it would have been great if it would have been, you know, your choice and not something you're just scared of missing out on. But I don't really have much faith for Enzoy with the, you know, AI generated stuff, but I'm kind of hoping good things for Paralives, but I have this horrible suspicion it's going to be underwhelming, you know. But also, you have to remember the features that it may or may not have compared to The Sims 4. The Sims 4 has been out, like, how many years now? And it's getting more and more stuff all the time. And you already had to pay, like, almost $2,000 to get everything currently on the market. So, of course, it's going to be a bigger game as far as, like, the stuff you can do than something coming out from an indie developer that's just, you know, starting out. I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yes, food and some lovely fervor. Okay, let's go. Yep. And then I can go to the logs and only have to deal with one thing on this floor. So that's great. I take his meat, his follower meat, because I can sell it to my box and get extra money. And that way he can, like, suck my dick. So, He just like wraps them up forever. I would be shocked one day if they didn't program him to like come down and fight you. Most of these people, if you like hurt their stuff or whatever, they're just like, hey, and then they leave, or they just get sad at you. They don't really fight back. So I would really like to see them fighting back. But I don't know if they will. But I'd love it if they updated it to like program it to be like consequences. And that thing you keep killing its followers is like really, really nasty. Like breathtakingly like one-shotting you. And it's like, I told you not to do that. And you're like, yeah, I guess you did, didn't you? Like at that point, what else are you gonna say? Okay, let's just heal up all the way. Very nice. Popeye is in the public domain now. I had a whole list of stuff at one point, but I don't think I shared it. So, Popeye is a few, like, songs. I did mention Popeye before because of how people are going to do horror stuff with it. I wish that wouldn't be the first thing everybody goes to as horror. I know that's funny coming from me, you know, the person who loves horror, but still, I do feel that way. Because I feel like we can be a little more creative than that at points. Like, can Popeye be, like, scary? I guess so. But I guess I'm there because I'm thinking of, like, what happened when Mickey Mouse became public, whatever. They, like, made a scary movie or tried to, and then, like, when Winnie the Pooh came out, there was Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, or whatever it was. So, I'm always looking at it like, do we have to do this? Must we? You know, I wish, like, fans would get a hold of it and be like, hey, this is a really cool thing we can do now that we have carte blanche, and then they just make it really good, or take it in an interesting direction, or maybe, like, Popeye gets the Cuphead treatment, where it gets, like, this old-timey, like, grainy, like, really interesting thing going on. I don't know. Maybe it's too much to ask. Not that I'm saying quite that. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I should stop myself right there. I was gonna say, I'm not saying that horror isn't creative. A lot of times it isn't, though, let's be real. And I know everything has tropes. That's not what I'm saying. Everything has tropes, and it's not like tropes make something not original. It's just, I don't know how to put it exactly. Come on, shoot it back at him. There we go. I was like, why can't I, you know, fuck him up? Well, because I needed to actually deflect or parry or whatever you want to call it. Yep. But yeah, so I would like to see somebody do something a little more creative with some of the things coming out in public domain. I mean, like I said, some indie things can be really cool and interesting with horror, but I don't want to feel like we've been there, done that. Then again, I guess giving, like, Popeye old-timey stuff, Popeye was old-timey, so technically I guess I just destroyed my own argument in a way, but I like the new old-timey stuff. If done well, it can, like, transport you back, but also not have, like, the antiquated social issues, or, you know, like, Olive Oyl needing, like, a man to save her every time, and, like, Pluto being pretty much a grapey kind of guy. You know, that's another thing with, like, Mortimer from Mickey Mouse. Like, for the longest time, Mortimer was, like, Mickey's enemy, and, like, he really wanted Minnie at points, and I mean, really, really wanted her. And it's like, nowadays, that would just be like, okay, man, we're getting a restraining order, like, you're gonna go to therapy or behind bars or something, but so there's a lot of stuff that we can fix. Also, like, portrayals of, like, black people in certain cartoons, or, you know, Native Americans, or a bunch of other things and people and stuff, and I'm like, and you're gonna be like, oh, woke, no, just not racist, just not, not X, Y, and Z, please, like, There's a whole field of difference between, well, no, actually, I take that back. There isn't. Most of the time, what they call woke is just equality and shit. So, representation, equality. And representation is equality because otherwise no white people would be anywhere, just to, you know, make it fair. We'd all have like talking bears or something representing people instead of actual people, so there have been a few instances, I feel, that it's not DEI, but like people who've been oppressed, sometimes they will like not kind of swing back the other way, or society will try to course correct, and they will course correct like in the total like banana crap way that isn't beneficial. So I'll give you an example, like feminism. Like feminism is about equality between all genders and whatnot, even though it's called feminism. I'm gonna read this to you and then I'll get back to you on that. Okay, Ancient Tablet V, which is 5. Writings from a long past. My pilgrimage has led me thus to the caverns of the godly skull, remnants of a great one now decaying into earth. The air here smells sweet, the soil rich and dark. I hear whispers, I feel watched, yet there is not around, just these strange small mushrooms. There are spots almost like eyes, but that's impossible, ? Yes, it is indeed impossible, of course it is. But yeah, so feminism is about equality for all genders and everything, regardless. But you will have some feminists who will turn around and say, well, men have had enough time to lead, it's time for women to lead. Like, the men should, like, shut the fuck up, and, like, they don't have a say anymore, and it's only women, and I don't agree with that. I think when we're trying to build equality here, even equity, it means we don't kick people out from the table. And I have an unless there. I have a caveat. And that would be the caveat of, you know, in case people want to, like, hurt people or they're, you know, bigoted and stuff like that, then they don't deserve the table. But if we're talking just like the rest of us, the normal everyone, we build bigger tables. We add more chairs. That's what we do. You know, if we're making it equal, we're not going back to, well, somebody else is going to be, you know, ahead of you now. Like, you had your time. Like, we're going to make it so that people like you have to know what it's like or whatever. I don't agree with that. And I am, quote unquote, an oppressed minority here in a few ways. But I don't agree with that, because what we're trying to do is make the world equal, make it equitable for all of us. And if we say to somebody, hey, you know, you got yours, fuck right off, and they're just trying to have a seat at the table, I feel like that's wrong. I feel like we need more tables, more seats. I feel like that's the issue. But there have been instances where people do, and I understand why you would swing back the other way. You know, I get it. I get why you would, like, feel like that's the appropriate course of action. But I don't agree with that. I think if we're going to make an equal society, we need everybody with good ideas, everybody with helping hands, everybody who truly cares about people in the world together on this. Okay, we are full. We are as good as we're going to get. I have cheated as much as humanly possible, or lambly possible. So let us go. Yep, he's asking for mercy, and yet he kicked my fucking ass last time. Sure. Yep, oh, have you ever seen the Pink Floyd thing with the rainbow and the triangle? Yeah, that. Okay. Okay. We did good. We got some damage in while he was, like, starting up the world. That was excellent. Okay, that was a good hit too. That was nice. Come on, let's keep going. Let's keep going, lamb. Baba, black sheep, fuck me in the ass. Oh man, come on, we can do this. We have enough to just power through. We can tank everything. Tank me later. Come on, let's go. Thank you, you're his brothers and sisters for letting, or her brother, whatever. Their brother and sisters for letting me deal with this. Okay. We are done with Anchor Deep, Arch Deep, whatever. I think it's Anchor Deep. Yay! We are done. I will let the bishops and whatnot sleep when I get back. And then all we have left is Silk Cradle to get through. So that'll be a good time. Alrighty. Let us go. After we pick up the tears. They blend into the stage sometimes for me, so... Like, when you see me not picking them up, don't think I'm, like, wasting time. I just don't see where they all are. Like, I had to mash for that one walking around just to be safe. Alright, let's go. Heretics defeated as I walk through the stone badge. We have done it. I had to cheat and get some extra life, but the game allows it, Shelpers, so we're gonna say it's fine. Okay. Having witnessed such greatness and is sharing of this truth, the gospel of the Lamb is born or something. That's right, I've been bad. Don't short sheet the sheep. Alright. Everybody, I think it is time for clock out. Another stream ended, basically. I should put these people to bed. Oh shit. Bed first, though. Go to bed. Okay. I don't know if the other people are still walking around. I hope not. They're gonna be exhausted for a while because I took them out. You can't just keep doing it, so. Oh, this child is actually gonna be walking around soon, so. Alright, everyone. That does it. And I'm gonna hope to put out a video this weekend, or I hope to. Not sure if I'm going to, but I hope to. And I will see you all next week. There's going to be, of course, more of this where we finally tackle the Silk Cradle and what Calamar wants for me. And I don't know what the other thing is going to be yet because I'm kind of in between. I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I don't usually do computer games when I'm doing streams, but I do for videos. So that is something to keep in mind. I hope you all take care of yourselves, get enough sunlight or rest or hydration, what have you. I make you sound like plants, but I really do care about you, and I hope you care about you too. And for some people, the world is a little darker now, but you're not alone. There are a lot of people working to make everything okay and for everyone to have a good future. So keep that in mind, okay? See you next week. Bye!